Hey, let's see. Hey, Jerry. Jerry, is the sound okay? Hey, Rich Buddy, how you doing? Corbin, how's it going? Billy, I'm a Billy now, huh? Okay. Sounds good. Great. I had to. Uh, these these break in. Hi, Nelson. These have a microphone. Unless I switch my microphone, you hear the one from here that's not so good. Anyway, hi David, how you doing, Nelson? Uh, so anyhow, uh, let me ask you guys something. Clyde's going to join us in a bit, and then in a half hour from our starting point, wherever you are, if you're in GMT, it'd be 9:30 East Coast, it'd be 4:30 West Coast, it'd be 1:30. We're going to switch over where we're going to have both of us sort of a double video stream. Anyway, uh, let me ask you something. That to sort of get started, we're a little early right now. Hi, Michael. Um, the what I want to do is, hey, Clyde. Oh, I already sent you that link for the other ones. Oh, hi, Thomas, New Zealand. Um, did check your email, Clyde, and if you didn't get it, I'll send it again. Okay. Um, anyway, okay. Like I said, what we're going to be doing. Hi, Portia Maven. Um, yes, he did. Okay. Um, so today, here's what I'd like to start off with, and now he's a practical man, Forbin. Oh, hey, by the way, did any of you see that new H Moser blue that they have? I thought that was sort of cool. Hi, PSK31. All right, let me get focused here, and it's just about starting time, so I guess I can ask this. It's 4 o'clock right now. Okay, here's what I'd like to do. Here's what I'd like to do is to start off that we how many of you within the last year, we'll say the last 12 months between what is it, December already, between December 2017 and December 2018 have bought a watch? And just type it in. Let me see. Okay, let's see what you got. Um, okay, let's see. Where are we? Hi, Kevin. You bought two. Dave, you got some. Okay, now, Thomas, you can't stop buying watches. None of us can. Um, the the question I have is say something, Bill FF. Hi, James. Um, Speaking of awkward silences, I'm sorry about that. I had to send someone an email, secret secret message I have with this. Anyhow, okay. So now, how many of you who got a watch paid the price, the asking price? And I realize that in some cases you don't have a lot of choice. I know that Rolex and hey, Healer, hope you're feeling better. Remember, I'm coming over there next year, and I'm telling your mom too. Uh, okay, you got two or three. I only got one this last year. Year before last, I got a whole bunch of them, but this last year I had to stop and just get one while I saved up for another one. All right, now, um, did so? Let me ask you: did anybody, Steve? We're sitting here judging you, Steve. um, Patek application pieces. You're right. There's certain pieces where you really can't negotiate very much. I know that, but I don't buy those. Uh, Sometimes I do, and I still negotiate, but that's another story. All right, let's see. Patek asking 16,500. Got it. There you go. That's a great deal. Rolex Day asking 12,500. Got it for. Whoa, those are two good ones, Rich Buddy. Those are nice. That's the kind of thing. Okay, people here are buying Rolexes. I'm buying Casio. You're a student still, Thomas. You know, wait until you're older and less responsible. Okay. Where's Steve Bosa? Yeah, it is funny. Yeah, nobody will judge you. Out loud anyway. Just kidding. All right. So all of you, or most of you, let me see, one was less than asked, one was an auction, others straight purchases. David, okay, so when you talk about a straight purchase, what do you need? I'm getting a Seiko, Clyde. The what is, you talk about a straight purchase. When you make a straight purchase, Dave, did you negotiate the price on the straight purchase? Rasha, please keep the stupid to the other watch streams. Okay, you guys, come on now. Everyone's being pretty good, I think. This Oakley, Clayton Bigsby. All right. Straight purchase equal list. Okay. Dave, did you try to negotiate or saying, hey, paid the price, 9,400 Canadian, Super Avenger. Okay, limited edition number 78 of 100. What's the point of minute repeaters? Um, Dino, I'm not sure what the point is. Uh, uh, um, okay. Okay. All right. Everybody behaves because if we can get a good view of this, all of us might find a way that we can save money on watches. Okay, that's the whole point of this. All right. All right. Something different. Being a smaller country, New Zealand. Retail is out of the price range for the old price. Okay, let me ask you something, Thomas. In New Zealand, can't you, do like the rest of us, buy any place in the world over the internet? Okay, found an AD with a watch I want but can't afford. 50% discount on H. Moser. Oh man, 27,000 plus taxes. Oh, those perpetual moons. Yeah, the black one. I really like that one. Okay, bought IWC at Heathrow. Asking price was 38.50. Was negotiating, but all I got was 40. Plus, you got the jury. Also, Jersey. You also got the discount for the a discount for because it was what is it? Customs free. So that's another thing you can do. Okay, you can stop. Yeah, but you can. Shipping is a nightmare. Hey, you got shipped a watch that got to you pretty good, I thought. Okay, hello from my mama's basement. Okay, eastern suburb of Melbourne. Is that's Don? Is that in Australia? That Melbourne duty free. That's the word I was looking for. Jersey. Yeah. So you save money on that and customs. Um, okay, assume the airport duty free. Yeah. Nah, don't assume that. Come on now. This guy's we're looking for ways to save money. We don't have to. If the more you assume, um, there's let's just try to find ways that we can not have to pay as much. All right. Now, the strategies I've used because I talked about them, but I want to find out some other ones that you guys have available to you. And it can't involve a mask and a gun. All right. All right. Okay. World clock comes from bell in Latin. The world clock. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. You got the Jersey. Got the IWC at Heathrow. Let's see what we got here. Very expensive in Finland. Michael, I happen to like Finland. I was there a few years ago. I got this really cool hat there. I love it. Okay. Right. Customs too. You know, um, Balaclava. I see. Often, not unless you can buy things at retail and have them shipped to the airport. Put it in there. Whew, wow. Okay. Wow. 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 Okay. Airports a rip off unless a Chinese group tour into every shop wherever they go. And you've been following Chinese groups buying stuff. I tell you, a guy who really had some good stuff on that was Federico. He used to work in oh, in a store up on Fifth Avenue, and one of what they used to have with the Chinese tour group would go in and they would buy a Piaget. And the thing about it was great if you're selling watches. Um, okay. I like a European watch company in Boston. That's why I bought my last two watches. Rich Buddy, I bought one from them. I got one of my most unusual watches. A lot of people thought I got ripped off, but I don't think so. They had I got a Beauvais Monoreca Pont from the European store, and I negotiated with them. That was one place. I don't think I own a watch that I haven't negotiated with. Well, maybe one. Somebody else did the negotiation for me. But that was the whole thing. And in looking at negotiations in other areas, that's one of the first things that they tell you. They say don't ever go with the first price. And we're at a certain advantage. That's one advantage that buyers have is that when we're looking at watches, and it doesn't matter whether they're on the back of a little tag in a store or they're on Chrono 24, they have to make the first move. And that's always an advantage in any kind of negotiation if the other guy has to make the first move. So if somebody's asking $10,000 for a watch, and you're looking at your budget, maybe you can afford, let's say 8,000, and so you'd start off with something like a $7,000 offer. And by the way, too, this is something I think was mentioned briefly. Um, they don't, Eddie. The thing about the negotiations is that they work really well in a friendly negotiation. I've never, some of these guys, I'm sort of getting tired of them. They pop up every now and then. Someone will say to me, "Oh, you ought to see this guy. What do you think about what he said?" And I'll go take a look at the video or something, and somebody's screaming at you, "This is the way it is." It's like, A, I don't think they know what they're talking about, and B, I'll see them for 2 seconds and I, flip to another channel. Okay, that's an overplace, Don. That's an overplace place to buy. Yeah, Dave Williams. Dave, about my watch is from Federico's Del Rey. I don't think Federico's. Don, how come you think Federico's Del Rey watch supply is overpriced? I've seen some good prices that Fed has. I'm not saying everything is, but he had some pretty good things. Okay. Don. Yeah, come on now. I really want to find out about that. Why do you think that Federico's overpriced? I haven't bought anything from him, so I don't know. But I've seen some of his prices. They seem pretty decent. Some of the things that they've had on we put a few things on High Horology Lounge if there's something I think that people will want. Like he had this one great H. Moser Henry Double Hairspring, and that's certainly a neat watch. Okay, well, come on now. Let's figure out what we need to know about a couple things. Let's see, where are we here? Forbin. Okay, Bill, would you consider acting as a buyer's club head and alert us what you consider bargain strength in numbers? Bruce, I wouldn't trust me. Setting up a buyer's club. Man, I tell you, it's not a. I've never done anything like that, and it's not that it's a bad thing. Bruce has a point. Let me tell you what I'm responding to in case you missed it. Bruce asked me if I'd consider acting as a buyer's club head, and then alert you when I consider bargain strength in numbers. Well, in the sense that would I mind saying, "Hey, here's a deal I think is a good deal." That I wouldn't mind. We sort of do it to some extent already on the High Horology Lounge, where I have this thing called Dealer Duds. I'll see something that looks like an interesting buy, and I'll put it up there as Dealer Duds, and people either want it or they don't, or they think it's a good deal or they don't think it's a good deal. Okay, all right. Compared to Chrono 24, sells most of this stuff with no box and papers. They don't indicate which year the watch is from. Okay, Don. That's how I get most of my watches too. They don't have any papers or box. This one, I'm wearing my FP Journe Chronometre Rain, and I got it without it. I had the papers, but it didn't have a box. Now, it's something that if it's something that's important to you, Don, then that's something I can understand. Okay, have you ever bought a watch promised to be an original and then found suspicious parts of an entirely different movement once you bought it and opened the watch? I haven't. I'm sure some other people may have. This one I got from European Watch Company. They did relume the hour hand and the minute hand, and but that wasn't the worst thing. It was like the watch was 70 years old and was, I guess, new old stock. But trying to find a Bovet Monorector Pomme, not that the world is after them, but I just thought that was a cool thing to have. Uh, okay, Ronald, where's Ronald? What is Ronald? Yeah, you need to research the moon watch before you pull the trigger. You need to research any watch before you pull the trigger. Um, okay, I'm trying to see Ronald's. There it is. It is the Omega Speedmaster 1861 moon watch. Okay, that's the one you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the H. Moser that came up earlier. That's I'd love to research it. In fact, they can send me one and I'll research it for a while for them. Speedmaster 101. Speedy is a nice watch, but it's a tractor movement. Okay. There's a whole lot of 861 variation. They can make a huge difference in what the watch is worth. Oh, man. Okay. Now, Clyde and everybody else, in talking about the worth of a watch, I don't want to get into this thing where where the worth of the watch. Hi, Kev. Where the worth of the watch is a criteria. If we have, let's say take two watches that have good movements, they're both well designed, they're both in-house movements, and so forth. Okay, and then you look at the quality of those two watches, and one's a better deal, a much better deal. Then you can get a really good watch. But if you're saying, well, if I get this one, it's worth one thing, and if I get this one, it's worth another with the same brand, you're buying resale value. You're buying something other than the quality of the watch. And so this is something I think this is a marketing thing that they try to suck collectors into. I really do. Okay, there's my thing about that. Uh, is it nice to have a watch with a nice resale value? Sure, not a problem. But if it doesn't have, if it's got like say a mediocre kind of movement, what's the point? Or if it's got a mediocre type of design, um, I don't care if they make a million of them and give them away. If it's got if it's a good watch, it's a good watch, and that I think is important. It does make a point in doing your homework. Okay, doing your homework, yes, I see what you mean with that. Good point. You always should do your homework. Well, one of the things I think in doing your homework is finding the best price for the watch you want, and that I think is what's important. Now, I suppose okay, so you get let's say they make 10 of something, high end something, NS something, or in something. I don't know. Okay, all right, that's a good point. Here's the thing: is that I think that getting the uh, numbers, uh, the kind of thing is the kind of watch you're getting. If you say, let's say that there's that you had 10 watches, okay, and for some reason they took the brand names off, but you know a lot about movements and you know a lot about the quality of the material and the workmanship of the cases and the design of the dials and so forth. And so you look at those and say, I like this one the best because it has X quality of movement, it has X quality of case, and it has X quality of dial and hands. All right, so you have that. You start with that, and looking at 10 unlabeled watches. Now I know that the if you find the price, say, wow, this price, they're asking a lot of money for this, and it's got exactly the same quality of movement, finishing, and everything else as this other one, but this other one cost a fraction of this one. I think I'll get the one that costs a lot less. Now, what you're buying when you do that, you're not buying the brand, you're not buying the resale value, you're buying the watch. And I suppose that's is that we have a watch dollar, um, or quid or whatever we're using, grob checks, and we only have so many of those. And so if you buy the quality and not the reputation, and again, you that I think is where you can find your best deal. Okay, I usually buy from Chrono 24. I always spend a few $100s more to get papers or box and papers, and the watches are in better condition compared to the cheaper listing. Okay, um, if have you ever gotten the ones without the papers or the boxes to compare them? I mean, held them up, or is it just based on the pictures that they have done that they have on Chrono 24? By the way, too, let me tell you something. Um, if you look at Chrono 24 and you look at a lot of the places where they're selling watches, people take crummy pictures of the watches they're trying to sell. I can't believe it. A lot of them are out of focus. They don't clean them up when they take the picture. The lighting is like a glare or something. Uh, Don, it's your point. I understand your point, but what I'm saying is that how do you know? How do you really know that? It's like the papers itself. Let me tell you what I had. I got a watch, and it came without papers, and it came without um, a box, right? And I got it for what seemed to be a pretty good price, and it turned out to be a fabulous price that I got it for. And so I took it to the dealer or the boutique really, and they sent it to Switzerland. They took a bunch of pictures of it, and they took it down this little room, and they took it apart, and they did something, and they did that. The next thing, about 2 weeks later, I got a letter of authenticity signed by FP Journe. And to me, not only I thought, well, heck, that's pretty cool, and it had this little what do they call it? The those little things you hold, a hologram. It had a little hologram on it. Now on the papers that I have for this watch, it had the hologram too. And so if unless you're getting royally screwed, now this particular watch shot up in value is an incredible amount. And if I wanted to sell it, which I don't, I would have the papers signed by FP Journe. And so it's the kind of thing. But I mean, saying, oh well, I'm gonna spend $4,000 or $5,000 so I can have a paper in a box. Man, I tell you, I got a case where I can put stuff, and I think I understand the reasoning. If you have a box and you have the papers, somebody has taken good care of it, or you think they have. Um, anyway, that's if that makes you feel better, okay. Me, I don't always do that. Okay, do not use Chrono 24 to communicate when the seller with the seller on a piece. Okay, Clyde, there's a couple different ways to look at that. All right, uh, and in general, that's the same thing I do. I go to Chrono 24, find out who the seller is, and if the seller is a business, um, then I usually will go directly to the business and deal with them directly, and then they don't have to pay as much. Okay, um, good quality pictures. There you go, Don. Um, the if you buy through Chrono24, they have a system that they use that's sort of a double protection system. Find a watch you want, you pay for it to Chrono24. Now, this is especially important if you buy something from overseas. And if you're buying from overseas with an outfit you don't know, I'd go through Chrono24, and here's why. Let's say you get over there and they forget to send you the watch. All right. With the system that Chrono24 has, when you pay for it, you pay for it and it's held in escrow by Chrono24. When it arrives and you have a chance to look at it, then Chrono24 pays the seller. Now, to me, that's a lot of protection because, if something arrives and I found out that it's not what I ordered, or what I ordered was misrepresented, then I don't want to. I just want my money back and send the watch back to them. If you want additional protection, you can also contact the seller and ask them to send you a PayPal invoice. That's another idea in that something. You can simply open a dispute with PayPal and credit card company. Yeah, you can do that too. And I try to avoid those. Usually what I'll do, and this is why it's good to talk to you guys, is that we can talk about places that we've dealt with. I think at Kaz, I don't know if Kaz is still here, but Kaz had told me that Time of Switzerland was a good outfit to deal with, and I got a heck of a great buy from them. And on that, though, the way they were set up, we went through, I think they went through Chrono24, but it was, they were a good outfit to deal with. Okay. Listen, everybody, same with eBay. Yeah, I would say even more with eBay, Clyde. I very much so with eBay. With eBay, you want to go right directly to the store, especially since I've become a pretentious watchmaker. I've been buying all kinds of stuff from China through eBay. All right, now what we're going to do now is that Clyde and I are going to be presenting together. So we're going to end this, and then we're going to start the other one. So okay. Hey, listen, John Doe, Panerai, a PAM 268 with an in-house movement. I hope that works out for you. And I'm just saying, there's certain groups that I don't like when they do something, and because then I don't trust them. And I want to deal with a business that I trust. I have sold watches on Chrono24 too. I pay 6.5% on the asking price to Chrono24, but usually I can sell for more compared to my local watch forum. Oh, okay, Don. Thank you. Now that's the kind of stuff we need. We need good tips like that. Thanks, Don. Okay. And Clyde says nope to somebody. If you don't have an established relationship with a Rolex AD, can I walk into one and still get on the wait list for the new Pepsi? I don't know. Okay, gotta go, and then we're going to start up the other one, and I hope that Clyde's going to join me there. All right, so hope to see you over there.